For the Eastern region, who have been all over, or the Western region I should say, they've been all over the East.
Well, 15 minutes gone in the quarter, Stephen. Eastern have hardly had it across that half-forward line.
Well, they're getting flogged in the midfield. I mean, they're bringing it away from most stoppages, Western. And the Eastern have to get their game going fairly soon. But it's Price.
No, Cameron Wright.
Cameron Wright, I should say, kicking for his second, shoots a goal, and he puts it through. His second, the Western region now, 4-2. The Eastern Football League have yet to score.
16 minutes into the first quarter here at the Clayton Reserve. Western lead 4-2. Eastern yet to score.
Smith to the running Goodale. Now the East come forward. Kick into the forward pocket. Good use of the body there. A little mark to Donnelly. Well, actually Liam Dowdy. See, some of these players look a lot different with the flaming red and black on.
They surely do.
They could be twins, those
Donnelly
two.
And,
but well, he's kicked a lot of goals from Croydon. Perhaps he'd like to be playing football as a midfielder. Comes in and splits the centre. Great goal to Liam Doherty. He kicks Eastern's first. They move on to a 1-goal 6, but they trail the Eastern region 4-2-26. 17 minutes in, it's the Eastern. They hit back one straight 6, but it's the Western leading 4-2-26.
The basketball out of the centre on that occasion. Grad handball across there by Scandamaglia. Eastern picking it up, going forward, but a whistle on play. That was Crowley on that occasion. Coming back.
Free kick to Mark Hardy.
The Vermont player.
Almost said the Bayswater Football Club, Bob.
Well, we said it for a long while, didn't we?
Running around, of course, for Vermont these days, and what a pickup he's been.
Okay, Mark Hardy off the half-back flank decides to go wide to the flank on the outer side. Donnelly it was that got it. Got the ball back there to Crowley. Crowley goes forward, but pinched there was Ikon for the Western. Western now go forward, round that back flank, punch from behind by Todd Power, ball to the boundary line, and over it goes for a throw-in right in front of the scoreboard, which reads Western League 4-2-26, Eastern 1-goal 6, and we're at the 18-minute mark of the quarter. Grounding to do the ruck work for Eastern, and likewise Price for Western. Ball to the front of the pack, round the corner goes DeRosa. Been in everything for Western. Ball close to the boundary line. Can they keep it in? No is the answer. And as you saw there, it was Wright that took it. It was Kylie that took it over for Eastern, and there will be a throw in.
I just noted Ahmed Talib's playing on Todd Power, and he's trying to drag him out of the play, Bob, as you would.
Oh, without a doubt. Maybe they've done their homework on some of the Eastern players. Over the boundary line again, and out of bounds at the 18.5-minute mark of the quarter. No change in the score. 4-2-26 Western. One straight goal.
I mean, look at the Bobby.
Whenever
there's a stoppage, he just comes on the outside trying to drag Todd Power away from it. But Todd's going to stay in that hole.
He's been around for a while. All picking it off the top of the pack there was Wade from the Donvale club. Goes into the centre of the ground. That was a well-weighted kick and picked up by Porter. Porter now to go further forward down to the 50-metre line for Eastern. I was going to say the back of the pack, Hardy couldn't quite pick it up, covering a lot of ground, Hardy. Ball comes back in towards the wing here. Round the corner there goes the running Porter again. Gets the ball across to Goodwin. Goodwin goes to the half-forward flank. Ball in dispute. Umpire looking closely in. Underneath there was Goodale for Eastern. Bit of holding going on there. Umpire letting the play go on. Now he's going to have to ball it up just inside the boundary line on the half-forward line. And we're at the 19.5-minute mark of the quarter.
Gee, Liam Doherty unlucky not to get a free kick there.
Certainly was.
So a big handful of jumper.
Okay, bounce down it is. A couple of metres in from the boundary line. Ball a bit heavy on that part of the ground. Padden got the ball down in front for Western. Ball in dispute on the ground. Kicked off there but wide. Over the boundary line again for a throw-in. Just in front of the coach's boxes to the right of our commentary position.
Just starting to settle down now a bit, the East, Bob, and playing better football.
I think the East are going to have to make some changes, Stephen. The city you called it. They're being well beaten for speed out there. Push forward by Jason Wade. Ball half-forward flank wide off the ground there by Oakley. Right up into the teeth of goal, but as you can see, Chackley for Western has taken it through, and that's just a one behind to Eastern. 1-1 now, Eastern for the quarter. Western, 4-2, and Western to bring the ball back in.
This is pretty narrow ground, Bob, so it's pretty easy to fill up space.
Jackley now decides to go wide, half back flank on the outer side. Over the top of the pack there was Porter, punched it out, and a throw-in will result. 20 minutes into the quarter, give you the score once again. 4-2-26 Western, 1-1-7 Eastern.
So half forward line, East into attack. Big thump forward there by Padden. And once again over the line and out of bounds. Could be a scrappy affair today, Bob, but not a wide ground, it's not a long ground, so...
No, and I just wonder whether they're 50s or 40s, those arcs into the goal square, or into the goal area.
Padden charging through there, or fighting on the deck there was Lachlan Oakley. Best on ground effort from for Mitchum last week. Has got him his chance today. And once again it'll be big Rick Smith to do the ruckworth. Clever little tap, but only far as DeRosa, who's been prominent early for the West. Over the line and out of bounds was Oakley. And we'll have a boundary throw in centre wing. 4-2-26. The West up against the East, 1-1-7. And well, they're just starting to stabilise the situation after the West had it all over them. They'll come forward again, the West. Kick to half forward, looking for Price. Skittled everyone. Charging out of defence there.
6 across 2.
Was Kylie from the Mitcham Footy Club. Well, it's actually over the line and out of bounds. Kick into the forward pocket. Kylie back there, can't mark. Ball spills. Picking it up there was Lindsay. He can't work it free. Help arrives. Players dive on it, and the umpire says, give it to me. Bounce down inside the, well, we'll call them the 40-metre arc, Bob.
Well, I'm not too sure. I didn't walk it out before the game. Perhaps I should have, but it doesn't quite look like 50 to me.
Well, you do everything else during a football game, Bob. I'm surprised you didn't walk it out. Usually the first thing you do when you arrive at the game.
Oh, the tie went flat in my line marker. That was the problem.
But, well, a lot of players around the ball, and we'll have another bounce down. 19 points the margin, and the East have settled now, and we look like we're set for a struggle for the rest of this afternoon.
Certainly does. The ball to be put back into play by umpire Ashley Borg from the Western Football League. The back of the pack there is Crowley for Eastern. Can he get round the corner on the left? Yes, he does. Ball goes wide. Wing on the outer side. In underneath there for Eastern was Wade, but he couldn't keep it in, and another throw-in will result. We're now at the 23-minute mark of the quarter. Western 4 goals to 26. Lead Eastern 1-1-7. Ball comes back in, the 2.25, still at it in the ruck. Neither got any advantage on that occasion.
Oh, well
Ball,
done, Islami.
Bit of an awkward-looking bounce. Islami gets it across to Goodale. Goodale goes forward. Eastern now coming back through Porter it is, round on the left foot, down wide of the centre-half forward position. Oh, should have been a mark. Kicked off the ground there by the Eastern player, by the Western player. Giannopoulos leading in the race there for Eastern, but the ball's over the boundary line in front of Taleb. Ali Taleb, that is, for Western. And another throw in. Half forward flank for Eastern, outer side of the ground. Quarter starting to tick down, 24 minutes gone. Round the corner there was Goodwin on that occasion. Goes long, but it was wide, and Cook jumps in there for Western and takes an easy mark. Cook decides to go short there. Finds a teammate. Western slowing it up here. What are they looking for? A switch? No, run round the player was the the name of the game was Barker on that occasion. Lost possession of it. Wasn't good play in the finish. In under there was Islami for Eastern. An umpire blows a whistle. And another ball up. Half forward flank outer side. As we said, 24.5 minutes gone in the quarter. 4 goals to Western, 1 goal to Eastern.
3 Mitcham players running around, Bob. And when was the last time Mitcham had 3 in an All-Star game?
A long while ago. Okay, Eastern going forward there through now. I think it might have been Giannopoulos on the left. Got the ball forward, but it's just pushed through for 1 behind. So that takes Eastern to 1-2 for the quarter. Western 4 goals to.
One thing I have noticed, Bob, is the Eastern players just aren't, for some reason, taking their marks. I think Paul Grayling's probably been the main offender. It's cost him a couple of goals.
Look at that big kick in, 55 metres.
Oh.
Good effort it was. Was that Price? I think it might have been. Western go forward. O'Neill wide to the outer side. And as you can see, it was right that almost went over the fence.
He's pretty good size, Cameron Price. He's running across half forward, and they've got some big guys running around for them.
Certainly have. Cameron Price from the St Albans Footy Club gets pushed to the back of the pack on this occasion, but finally got the knockdown, pushed it in front of him, but it's Too many players, only one ball. And umpire Ashley Borg adjudicates that it wasn't going anywhere, and he will ball it up. Good bounce too, look at that, straight up in the air. Ruckman didn't get any decisive advantage on that occasion. Lindsay, it was, goes forward for Western. Ball just inside that forward arc. Wide to the outer side. Goodale pushes it forward for Easton. Western coming back through Atkinson. Down deep into 50 now. Good mark at the back of the pack to Todd Power. Clearly Easton's best player in this first quarter. Decides to switch play. And he didn't find Goodwin. Unfortunately, he spilled to the back. Giannopoulos couldn't quite take it. Awkward looking bounce. Western now going forward. The big fella here is Talib. Can't find a teammate. Decides to come out here now to O'Neill. O'Neill balks one. Gets around the corner. Lets one fly. Goes into the centre forward position. Oh, what was Price he was looking for? Umpire calls play on. Lindsay went bang, but the ball will come back.
Big Price again.
Cameron Price. The big fella from St Albans.
Once again, it was the Western umpire giving the free bob, but that one was there.
It certainly was. In the pen picks, it had tough, strong forward with a good work ethic and great hands for the ball. We saw it all, I think.
Except for the great hands.
Yeah, well, I think we've seen enough of him in this first quarter to suggest that that's pretty right. The siren sounds with Price having a shot for Western. Umpire doesn't move, and that's Western's 5th goal. So at quarter time, Western lead 5 goals to 32 to Easton 1 goal to 8.
Western region 5-2-32. The East 1-2-8. The beast from the East up against the best from the West, and well, the West showing the East a clean pair of heels, but plenty of time to go, Bob.
Certainly are. And umpire Ashley Borg from the Western Region Football League about to put us underway here for quarter number 2. Patton in the ruck for Western, and Rick Smith.
Scored a couple of goals, Ashley Borg, too, so well done, Ashley.
Yes, he certainly has. Okay, ball up in the centre. As you can see, ball hit the deck. Neither ruckman got it on that occasion. Ooh. Still right beside that centre square, or right beside the centre circle. Going forward there is Ikon for Western. Half forward line, out of side now. Whoa, pretty tough in there. Todd Power, little kick off the ground towards the boundary line. Can he pick it up before it goes over? No, and there'll be a throw in. Only a couple of seconds into the quarter. Nice quick start down the forward line there for Western. Grayling taking the back line ruck there for Easton. Umpire whistles play just as Aiken picked it up for Western.
One thing we've established, Bob, no one can jump higher than Paul Grayling.
He's a jack-in-the-box, isn't he? Okay, Easton now to take the resultant 3 off the half-back line, out of side. Ball comes back in. Whoa, the big fella in there was Kiley. Andrew Kiley from Mitcham. Ball now down here towards the centre half forward position. Good hands there by Porter. Players diving on the ball. That's rough. Porter, he was absolutely grasped on that occasion by the big fella in McFerrin for Western.
The trouble with these All-Star games, Bob, is often you're trying to do the team-orientated thing, and perhaps Wade handballing to someone who was covered wasn't the best option, but they're looking to share it, and that's what you usually have to do in these All-Star games.
Okay, umpire Borg puts us into play once again. Knock out the back of the hand on that occasion.
Holding.
Hands across there by O'Neill for Western.
That's better.
And that was probably predictable, Steve, for the umpire to pull out a free kick. Nice little switch over here. Oh, ball was short on that occasion. Gives Easton a chance here. A little bit of a chip kick there by Oakley. Didn't go anywhere. And Western to relieve the pressure. Good mark there to Sir, Sammy Sir, brother of Sadat Sir, that played a number of games with the Western Bulldogs only a year or two back. Okay, Western to go forward now by Aiken. Left footer right down wide of the centre half forward position, but a good mark there to Easton in Kiley. Andrew Kiley again. Is he going to switch?
Players we were talking about.
He certainly is. Oh, Grayling spilt the mark on that